Right, now, last Thursday, I think it was, I brought this slide up with a bunch of others from the National Archives highlighting that records in many cases with regard to children's homes were closed for 75 years. Now, one or two people, and I have to say, I'm sorry it wasn't a few more, but one or two people did point out to me that when they checked my comments, they discovered that, oh look, Beechwood Residential, this is the same file, it is the same file, was in fact open and had been closed until 2014 and was opened on 14th of October 2014. So what happened here then? Well, basically what happened was that the slides that I showed had originally been produced for the UK Column News, which was broadcast on the 2nd of September 2014, 1 month before Beechwood this file was opened in the National Archives, and I thought that was very intriguing that 1 month after we broadcast this, the files were opened. So I asked the National Archives to comment on this, and this is their response. Dear Mike, thank you for your query. I've checked the details with our Freedom of Information team and can confirm the following details in relation to file BN62/1236. That's the Beechwood one. File BN62/1236 was originally closed for 75 years in July 28th, 1988 because it contains sensitive personal information where release would distress or endanger an individual who was a minor at the date of file. The original record opening date was set for 1st January 2045. They went on to say, following a request in October 2014, the file was reviewed under Freedom of Information legislation and the decision was taken to open the file with closed extracts to protect the sensitive personal data of individual people resident in the home. The extracts include reasons for being in the home, medical details, references to behavioural issues and personal information of staff members. As a result, these extracts are closed to 2067, with when the youngest individual can be considered over 100 years of age, in line with the legislation. Kind regards, Rebecca. So thank you, Rebecca, for that. It was very helpful. But what's interesting to me is that the file, this Beechwood file, was originally closed until 2045. It's now been opened with some of the information extracted and put into a separate closed file, which is now closed until 2067. So that information is closed for even longer than it was before. Now you would say that the extracts which are closed, the reasons for them being closed that are listed there, most of those are pretty reasonable. But nonetheless, we have no way of knowing if there's anything in those files which is of relevance to the Goddard inquiry, and I wonder, will the Goddard inquiry get access to these closed files? I suspect not. So I thought we would have a look at some of these. This is just one page. If you search for BN62 on the National Archives website, which is the main category for these files, and I just thought we would scroll down through this one page out of the search results, and you can see closed extracts, closed extracts, closed extracts, pages and pages and pages of closed extracts out of these files, because all these files have been opened apparently with relevant information removed. And this continues to scroll on down. 13 pages, 3 pages, 33 pages, 14 pages of closed extracts, all from different files relating to children's homes. And as we get towards the bottom, you will see that this is only one page out of a whole series of pages with similar information closed. So what is going on here?
Well, somebody said, well, of course, you know, by 2067, all the perpetrators will be dead. So that's one possibility. Maybe 2067 is actually the date at which Justice Goddard will publish results of her inquiry.
Well, perhaps Chilcot gives us a clue there.
In line with Chilcot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So massive cover-up by the state. We've got the EU referendum vote scam, psychological operations. We've got a massive cover-up of child abuse issues. Why? David Cameron, of course, has told us why, because the exposure of child abuse amongst political circles, the establishment, VIPs in UK, in his words, was a risk to national security. Child abuse in UK capable of bringing down the British government, and therefore you close all the files to